good for you. Come on. We'll think of another place. Come with me. Let's have a smoke break. Nah, not just a normal break. It's smoke break. Smoke break.
30 seconds and counting.
There were plenty of years where there were guys who would dread being drafted by the Buffalo Bills. Not anymore.
Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds.
Brandon Beane realizes they're in a window of 2 to 3 years max to get this done while the iron's still hot. And getting Von Miller into that situation was big for the Bills.
10, 9.
Oh, baby.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Great interview, guys.
Oh, baby. What is up, Buffalo Fanatics? Z-Bot here with you, live on the Buffalo Fanatics YouTube channel on a Monday night. And that, of course, can only mean one thing. It is the Smoke Break, powered by BetUS. And we have a very new and exciting promotion from BetUS to talk about with you tonight. They're giving away a 125% sign-up bonus, not only on your first deposit like normal, but they're doing 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits of $100 or more. So make sure to click that link in the description below. Not only do you get that 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, they'll also give you a 10% gambler's insurance for all your net losses if you're active for 6 months. So an awesome promotion currently from BetUS. Make sure to click the link in the description below. We got a fun one for you tonight. It's Super Bowl week. So I'm going to be doing a variety of streams throughout the week to celebrate the big game. Later on in the week, we're going to have a full game preview. I'm going to break down the game, the ins and outs. We're going to talk about the game itself. Also this week, I'm going to be doing a gambling preview. So we're going to be going over all of the different bets that I'm going to be placing for the game that you can tag along with too over at BetUS if you are looking to not only tell my bets, but make your own. We'll be having a show featuring nothing but the bets for the game later on this week. But tonight, we're taking matters into our own hands on a Monday night, and we're having a little bit of fun. We all know that the script is out there somewhere. We don't have our hands on it yet, but the script for the NFL finale, the Super Bowl, is in the hands of the Chiefs and the Niners. We'll see how it ends up unfolding. But tonight, the script is in your boys' hands. The script is in my hands because tonight we are going to run through the Super Bowl on Madden 24. We're going to play the entire Super Bowl, and we shall see who ends up being the victor. So that's what we're doing tonight. We don't do a ton of these, mainly because I'm not the greatest Madden player on the face of the planet, but it's Super Bowl week. No way to get more hyped up for the game than playing through the game yourself. So tonight we'll have the chat loaded up. We'll get active. We will talk about whatever you want to talk about in the chat as we run through the Super Bowl tonight here on Madden 24. Now, real quick, I'm going to put a, let's see here. How do I do this? I'm going to go to the chat, and I'm going to let you guys decide who I should be. Should I be the Chiefs or should I be the 49ers? I'm going to let that be up to you guys while we get this game set up because it doesn't matter to me. I have played with both these teams on Madden, and it's a staunch difference between playing with either Brock Purdy or Patrick Mahomes. It is a visible difference that you totally feel when you're playing the game. But you do have Christian McCaffrey with the Niners, so it does make the play. It does make the playing experience a bit more fun when you have CMC running the ball with him in Madden. But there are the limitations with Brock Purdy. It's kind of like real life. It's kind of why I feel like going into this game, the advantage goes to the Chiefs, not just because, you know, in Madden you have an advantage playing with Patrick Mahomes. You got an advantage in real life playing with Patrick Mahomes. So I'm getting the volume set up here so that way we can hear Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. I'm looking forward to the next iteration of Madden. The rumor has it that in the next Madden coming out this year, we're finally going to get new commentary. We've had the exact same commentary in Madden for like the last decade, and it's getting stale. The Madden needs to update the presentation and the broadcasting styles of the gameplay, and they haven't done it in like a decade, and finally they're going to do it this year, so they say. That's what Charles Davis says on some podcast he was on. I don't know if he was supposed to say that or not, but I guess he kind of leaked it. So that's what the deal is. Tell you what, I'm gonna be the Niners just because that's what I want to see. I'm betting on the Chiefs this coming weekend. I have to. I can't keep betting against Mahomes. But damn it, do I want? You know what? I'm so torn here because if the Chiefs win, it's like, oh well, they had to beat the Bills to get there. It makes you feel better. I don't know. It's such a torn place to be. If the Chiefs win, it's another win for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and it makes you sick that way. But then again, if they lose, you're like, well, that could have been the Bills who were in the Super Bowl, and they could have beaten the Niners. There's no real positive way to spin it. That's why this Super Bowl, in my opinion, I was really hoping for the Lions or the Ravens just somehow have a different rooting interest. But as you know, that's not how it went. That's not how it played out. So we're going to play with the underdog. We're going to play with the Niners. I feel like that's going to put me in a tougher spot and make it more fun. Now let's play. We got to go all Madden, right? We got to go all Madden, even though I usually play on all pro because once again, I'm not very good. But we're going to go all Madden so we can make it as tough as possible. Now, we're setting our offensive focus. If I'm Kyle Shanahan going into this game, we know the weakness for the Chiefs defense is the run game. It's the run game. I could not believe the lack of running that Harbaugh went with last week with the Ravens. What did they run it? Like less than 10 times? Couldn't believe it. So we're going to go with a run-heavy focus here. Why did it do that to me? Okay, whatever. We're going run-heavy offensive focus. Do 10-minute quarters, turn the accelerated clock off, and we're going with the Super Bowl presentation. We all set up? All right, here we go. All right. I haven't played Madden in forever, so hopefully my skills are up to the task here.
The Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line.
I heard earlier, Brock Purdy, he's not the first ever Mr. Irrelevant to make the Super Bowl. Obviously, he's the only quarterback. Apparently, there were two other Mr. Irrelevants to make the Super Bowl. And I think one of them was a kicker and the other one was a center or something like that. He's the lowest draft pick in NFL history to start in a Super Bowl. We know there was two undrafteds, Jake Delhomme and Kurt Warner. But this is a crazy stage for Brock Purdy to be on. That's why I don't know how you bet against him this coming weekend. Or, excuse me, bet against the Chiefs. I don't know how you bet against Mahomes in this situation going against Brock Purdy. I don't know. All right, looks like we're starting with the ball here, gang. Debo on the kickoff. You know we're not taking a knee. We're taking this thing out. Probably should have taken the knee. D. Rowley saying, where's T Swift? I'm shocked Madden hasn't implemented a CGI version of Taylor Swift yet. You know that's coming in Madden 25. And hell, Taylor Swift might be on the cover of Madden 25. If they're smart, maybe that's what they do. Could you not see the next cover of Madden 25 coming up here? Being Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift hoisting the Super Bowl trophy. Wouldn't that just make a ton of sense? All right, we're starting off here. We're starting on the ground with Christian McCaffrey. We are establishing the run game early here. The goal for us in this game, clock management. Keep Mahomes off the field. We want to run the ball in this game. That's the goal. We'll start with CMC. Not a good start. Not good. Chiefs are already off to the crowd's going nuts right now. And by crowd, I mean the hundreds of thousands or the tens of thousands of multimillionaires who are paying $95 to $100,000 a ticket. They're going crazy right now. All right, well, we're not going to abandon the run game, but we're gonna go play action here. We're gonna be looking for Brandon Ayuk on this crossing pattern. That's the goal here. Here's Purdy's first throw of the Super Bowl. We got Debo. We're gonna go to Debo. Get up. There we go. Move the chains. First down of the Super Bowl. D. Rowley saying PS5 game GTA 6 streams coming soon. You better believe it. You better believe it. When GTA 6 comes on, we'll do a smoke break GTA 6 stream. We'll sit around and talk ball and play some GTA 6. You can lock that in, no doubt. I'm excited for GTA 6. All right, CMC, we're going to go as far as you're going to go. So let's try and establish some run here. I know that first attempt was piss awful. Let's do it. Now we're talking. See, that's what we're looking for. I mean, right now, Brock Purdy in his mind. Where's Brock Purdy in his mind right now? Put yourself in the mind of a Brock Purdy, kind of like back in that old video. Remember that? Put yourself in the mind of a Greg Jennings. Put yourself in the mind of a Brock Purdy right now. He goes from Mr. Irrelevant starting in the damn Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, this is he's got to be in this moment right now. We're sitting in right now. He's got to be just. I don't even know. I can't even imagine. We're sticking to the ground. Now we're getting some great blocking here off the left side. CMC's got to flex on him a little bit here.
15 for the Niners there to first down. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on.
Let me know your thoughts about this upcoming Super Bowl. This is the least hyped I've been. I'm just not hyped for it for a variety of reasons. Like even the halftime show, I'm just not excited about it. I don't really give a rip about seeing Usher. For the life of me, can't understand why they went with Usher. Now, they should have went with Beyonce, like Jay-Z was advocating for last night. How about the extra Taylor Swift? By the way, she's gonna be jazzed up this week. Kind of getting like some pseudo shots taken at by Ayuk. Yes, sir. Toe tap. So I think the Grammys were last night. Maybe they were. I'm pretty sure they were. Who the hell knows? Did anybody watch them? I think they were. And Jay-Z won something, a humanitarian award, basically an award. Oh, wow. All right, our first roll of the dice. Our first roll of the dice early on here in Super Bowl 58. Shanahan's got some stuff. Yeah, suggested play punt. Are you kidding me? That ain't happening. So apparently he won some award last night, and when Jay-Z goes up to accept the award, he wasn't like happy about the award. He was more mad Beyonce didn't win Album of the Year. He was like, Beyonce has the most Grammys of all time, yet she doesn't have an Album of the Year award. Like, how dare you? And it's like, oh, God forbid, Jesus Christ. Did anybody even know Beyonce came out with an album this year? I had no idea. Taylor Swift's only ran the entire world for the last year. I mean, you figured she's probably going to win Album of the Year. But I'm not excited about the Usher situation at all. Because Usher hasn't come out with a song since I was in like 10th grade. Oh, Jesus. God. Brock, we need better. Nothing open downfield. All right. Tough spot to be in here. 3rd and 13.
Great skill.
All right. We're gonna go the old-fashioned verts. Ayuk over the middle. Maybe get George Kittle on the side. Maybe make it manageable to go for it on 4th here. We'll see.
Here's Purdy.
That's what I'm talking about. 3rd and 13 on the Chiefs D. Move the chains. Move them. Now we're talking. Okay. Fiery Reborn's coming, and he's saying Dua Lipa for the halftime show next year. I couldn't sign off on that fast enough. I am a massive Dua Lipa fan. Love her. In fact, I saw Dua Lipa live at First Niagara in Buffalo 2 years ago, was it? Killer show. Killer show. She was great. Her music's great. She's talented, gorgeous. But above anything else, that show, they had like her dancers were on rollerblades the whole show. It was awesome. The whole entire like dance team for Dua Lipa was on rollerblades, and she was skating. They were skating around the whole arena while she was performing. I thought the show was killer. So sign me up for that. I'm all about it. Get Dua Lipa out there. Anything but country, you're going to get me to sign off on. The only reason I'm not signing off on Usher, it just feels irrelevant. I don't understand. I mean, Usher's got some great hits, but it's been a minute, man. Use check. Oh. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm not bummed about the drive right now. Made it down this far. We are milking clock. Mahomes is still sitting on the sidelines, picking his teeth. Dude, see, this is what I hate about this game sometimes. Chris Jones is not making a tackle like that. He essentially breaks the line and just shoves CMC. That's not how the game works. He shoves him on the top of the shoulder pad. Like that's not how it works. You know? All right, 3rd and goal. Jeez. Guys, what am I doing? No. Oh my God. Oh, that was so bad. You can never be throwing that ball. Oh my God. I mean, there wasn't a receiver in sight. What am I doing? Well, there goes that drive, gang. Oh, that was so bad. Here he comes. 15. Look at him. Look at him. What a shit throw. Well, if you thought I was bad on offense, wait till you see this. I'm horrendous on defense. God. Oh! Was that Greenlaw? Taking the paint off of Pacheco's helmet there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Bunzola saying that's a Josh Allen decision. No, I don't even think J.A.'s throwing that one down near the goal line. And if he was, he wasn't throwing it at the goal line. He was at least going to throw it out of bounds. We showed Purdy's arm there. I put all my mustard underneath that. Well, I'll tell you what the Chiefs are not going to do. They're not going to do what we're watching right now. That's 2 straight handoffs up the gut to start off the Super Bowl. That is not what they're going to do. Apparently, that's what virtual Andy Reid's drawn up in this one. Here we go, 3rd down. Oh, of course. Of course, there he is. Kelsey, yep. Yep, and as right as this happens, boom, Panda T-Swift. How about the weekend T-Swift's got coming up for us? She's going to be doing a sold-out show in Japan, right? Or wherever. Japan, I think she's going to be. And immediately hops on a flight and goes to the Super Bowl. And I just don't foresee a world I just don't foresee a world where the Chiefs are not winning on Sunday. MVS. We're getting carved up by Mahomes right now. We're getting carved up.
This is 1st and 10 at the 27.
Oh my God, what a dime.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Should not have put all Madden, gang. I'm not good enough.
4 for 4 on that opening drive.
We just got chewed up on that drive.
I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3.
Good God.
That's right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is.
Well, we got to answer here. It could get ugly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is going to be returned.
Yeah, that ought to help. That ought to help. Take the knee, Devo. Take the knee.
49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now we I don't know, we're in a bad spot here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last
Dude, this is bad. I shouldn't have done all Madden. Oh my God, not good.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is pretty much the exact opposite of what we needed. This is pretty much the exact opposite of what we needed. 3rd and 19 on our own goal line. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. What do you got in the bag? I'll tell you what we got. We got that. Oh, yes. Oh, baby. 3rd and 19, backed up against your own paint. Not a problem for Mr. Irrelevant. Move the sticks. All right, you know where we're going on this one. We got McCaffrey on the hook. If we can have the offensive line hold up just enough, we can see if we can get McCaffrey open on this. Nope. I got to stop doing that. Every time I roll to the right, I like to throw back in the middle of the field. It's because I'm a Bills fan, I guess. I got to stop doing that. I got to throw it away.
Fortunate that was just incomplete.
On second down, McCaffrey. And not much.
We're not getting those holes we had in the first drive there. We're not getting them. Quick first quarter, and they made light work of us.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas.
Some mass maniacs saying Chiefs constantly hold. Well, listen. If you're asking Bosa, he would agree with you. I never understood giving these guys ammunition. Bosa, even though that people might not take a whole lot from that. Telling you, they made a mountain out of a molehill when it came to that Justin Tucker situation. All right. Another decision we got to go for. We can't let this get out of hand because I guarantee you I'm not going to make a single stop defensively.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey.
Oh, the strength. CMC showing the weight room on 4th and 1. He was dead there. He was dead. Huge.
He certainly did.
Huge.
Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure.
There it is. Let's go. Come on. Have got to match here. Got to match.
A very solid gain of 27.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge.
Following our blockers. All right. No. McCaffrey, get your ass up. No chance you're going down in this game. All right, he's back in. Good. That happens in this game all the time. The guy looks like he's dying and then gets right back up. All right, Chris Jones is obliterating this offensive line. Obliterating. Murdering this offensive line right now. What a joke. McCaffrey's already got 14 handoffs. 14. Halfway through the second here.
Purdy from the gun. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
All right.
There. He's hit on just 50% of his
I don't know. Am I going to Dan Campbell this? Am I going to Dan Campbell this right now?
You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they.
We're Dan Campbell in it.
The short passing game, you should be above 60%.
I just feel like if we settle for 3 here, we're digging our own grave. But we have to get this. This is huge. Okay, here we go. 4th and 4.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Completes it to Jennings. And he is going to have the Niners first.
Wow, by an inch. How about the Stones on offensive coordinator Z-Bot out of Rochester, New York? The Stones in the biggest game of the year.
McCaffrey running up the middle. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play.
So later on in the week, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing a preview of the game. We'll talk about what we can expect to see. This is going to be a good matchup. A lot of good matchups throughout the field. Some advantages on either side. We'll talk about all of it and see kind of which way we can expect it to go. Oh, let's go. Touchdown. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Purdy put that one in a bucket. Oh, my God. That was such a bad pass. Probably offensive pass interference. Whatever. We'll take it. Now, one of the matchups we're going to talk about that could be a deciding factor. It's Bucker versus Moody here. I mean, we saw the difference. You know, having a kicker is huge. Moody is a rookie. If this game comes down to a field goal, you're sending a rookie out there in the Super Bowl. You're sending a rookie out there for the Super Bowl compared to Bucker, who hasn't missed in like months. Michelle's saying, Z-Bot, what do you think of the Pro Bowl? Oh, I'm well on record of this. The Pro Bowl needs to be abolished. The Pro Bowl needs to be abolished. However, how about the skills comp from our boy Tua Tagovailoa? Did you guys get a glance at that? Wow. I mean, I think what we saw from Tua. So Tua does this. Tua did this accuracy game that they had, because now the Pro Bowl, all it is now is like arcade games. The Pro Bowl is essentially like Dave and Buster's for NFL players. And there's this one event for the like for instance, just to give you an example before this one, because this one was hilariously bad. They did one for centers where the center just goes and tries to snap a ball into a hole. And they had Travis Kelce trying to snap a ball into a hole. And he made like one of them. He made one, and that ended up winning the competition. I don't know. The whole thing makes zero sense. I don't know why they had to get rid of the actual game. Like, why can't there be an incentive behind it? Like, in baseball, I do not watch baseball, so pardon me if I'm wrong here, but in the MLB, doesn't the All-Star game determine the home field advantage for the length of the series in the World Series? Like if the NL wins the All-Star game, doesn't that mean if a game goes to Game 7 in the World Series, the NL would have the home field advantage in that game or whatever? They should have kept it the same but make it heavily incentivized. Now, what that is, I don't know. They're not paying me to come up with that, dude. I'm getting carved, man. I'm getting carved. Mahomes hasn't thrown an incompletion yet. Getting absolutely charred right now. What a joke. Yeah, so Adventures is saying that's what the MLB does. So I don't know. To me, if I'm in charge, I'm finding some way to incentivize it. There's no incentive for me to go and play an additional football game, especially after I just lost in the playoffs. Now you want me to go and play an additional game for nothing. I mean, you could say money is an incentive, and I think that's what the incentive used to be. I got to stop taking the ball out of the end zone. But these guys, most of these guys in the Pro Bowl, they're already multi-gajillionaires. So I don't know if they really give two shits about an extra couple of bucks to play in the game. They should make it matter. Like maybe you do an incentive based on, like for instance, now every year you alternate which conference has the additional home game or the away game. Maybe put that on the table for the Pro Bowl game. I don't know. Make it matter. It doesn't matter now. Dude, we're getting rolled right now. But it doesn't matter. There's no reason to do it. And so because of that, they're like, oh, well, it's unsafe apparently because no one wants to play. And even if they are playing, they're playing at half speed. So
that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
You telling me that's really a drop right there? You telling me that's really going to be a drop right there? So, I don't know. For starters, for the game itself, find an incentive. But let's go back to these mini games that they've been doing. Dude, they're gonna score again here, and it's gonna get ugly quick. We'll do an example. Or let's talk about the mini games. So an example was like what I told you with what Jason Kelce was doing. But the other one for the quarterbacks, it was an accuracy test. So they had like these dummy receivers running around the field that were worth X amount of points. I mean, is that what we're going to do here? We're just going to let him complete that every time. He's just going to roll out to the right in double coverage, and that's going to get completed. I mean, but I throw it to a wide open George Kittle, and he just gets it knocked out of his arms. Like that's realistic. That's awesome. Oh wow, he's human. He's human, but what do you know? It's a drop by the Chiefs. So anyway, they're doing the skills competition, and Tua, I mean, dude, it looks like he won a contest and got to go out there and do this skills competition. It was abysmal. This was abysmal. And so they do it with Dan Orlovsky from ESPN, and Dan Orlovsky goes and does the skills competition in a suit. So he's got dress pants on, a long sleeve, tucked in dress shirt, a tie, a microphone tied up to him for the ESPN stream or whatever. They were. Long story short, he outscores Tua and Jalen Hurts. Dan Orlovsky in a suit and tie, the quarterback of the 0-16 Detroit Lions, who hasn't probably played even some level of competitive football in a decade. But when I say competitive, I'm talking about literally what they were doing, just going out and trying to score points. He hasn't probably done something like that in a decade, and he outscored Tua and Jalen Hurts. Dude, I'm getting my ass handed to me. So I think that they're going to see that, and more people are just going to opt out from this, because all that came from that entire thing was just Tua getting chewed. If you went online after that, it was Tua just getting destroyed. I mean, even by his own fan base. So the Pro Bowl, to me, I wouldn't blame anybody for not going and doing it. What's the point of going and doing it? Because even a guy like Tua who goes and does the Pro Bowl, now all of a sudden, the only thing he got away from that was essentially getting clowned on the internet. So they gotta find something else. And it no longer matters to be a part of the Pro Bowl. Like back in the day, if you were a Pro Bowler, that would go a long way towards, your resume for a variety of different things, including the Hall of Fame. Like Pro Bowls would add up for your ability to have a stronger resume to get in the Hall of Fame. Now nobody's going to give a shit if you get into the Pro Bowl. I mean, Gardner Minshew is in the Pro Bowl this year. Nobody's going to give a shit when it comes down to voting you into the Hall of Fame or not in 20 years if you were a Pro Bowler. It's not going to matter. Like it doesn't matter now. Everybody laughs at it now. So you think it's going to have any merit when it comes to anything like that, like it used to? No. So all it is now is like it's meant for kids, and that's fine. But that's not like it seems like it's meant for kids, but it's not like it's marketed like that. But nobody watches it. I'm sure none of you guys watched it. I mean, everybody in here are all diehard NFL fans, and it's not like everybody's getting ready to tune into the Pro Bowl. Oh, a dime from Purdy, a dime. We're right back in this thing. We're right back in this thing. We got to let the clock roll, though. We can't. We cannot let Tua. We cannot let Mahomes get the ball back. You got all 3 timeouts. We'll let this run a little bit. So that's just my overall thoughts. I mean, I don't really know what the solution is, but it's just not fun. And it's funny, the sport that is by far the most popular in this country, that is by far the most viewed, the most loved, it has the worst celebration of its players. Like the NHL All-Star Game's awesome. NBA All-Star Weekend is great. You got the dunk contest, the 3-point contest. I wish they'd go back to East versus West as opposed to like letting LeBron and Giannis pick the teams. But it's still like fun. But that's just because basketball is easier to have an all-star game. You don't have to put pads on and go and kill each other. But yeah, then again, this is what these guys do. This is what they're paid to do. This is what they've gotten all of their fame and fortune off of. Why can't they go out and play an all-star game with something on the line and have it be an actual competitive game? Why? This is what I don't get about it. Why is it okay to beat the living shit out of one another for 17, 18 weeks or whatever? And then all of a sudden you get to the Pro Bowl game and it's like, oh, we don't want to do that now. We don't want to put our players in harm's way. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. It's kind of backwards. But if you were to put an incentive out there, if you were to put a reason for these guys to go and say, hey, it's worth us giving it 110% for this exhibition game, well, then we could have something. And I think that would be awesome. And if you had a real reason to watch it, if you had a real reason to get into it, I really think that we could have something cool on our hands. But right now, it just is what it is. And I don't really foresee any major changes coming soon. They've already made a ton of changes as it is, not necessarily for the better. So as you can see here, this is what the uniforms will be for the game. It'll be whites for the Niners, reds for the Chiefs. Interesting stat. You ready for this? The winner of the Super Bowl that has worn the white uniforms has won 16 of the last 18 Super Bowls. Isn't that a crazy stat?
Now Mahomes on the bootleg.
Dude, I'm going to need to force a turnover here or something because they're just, Mahomes is just absolutely picking me apart. So if history is on the side of the, there we go. If history is on the side of that stat, apparently the Niners have the upper hand.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second.
Cecil's coming in. He's saying, I'm burned out by the Chiefs, but I do hope they win. Oh, come on. Yes. We are back, baby. Travarius Ward. Let's go. What did I say? I said we needed a turnover. Let's go. Patty Mahomes comes into this game. He hasn't thrown an interception in 4 consecutive. Pick. We are back, baby. Can Purdy take advantage? Oh, CMC, he's ready. He's ready. He is ready.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's
We needed that pick. Needed it.
Get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers.
Oh, Chris Jones ate that for lunch.
In this case,
Oof. Read that like a book.
They had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go.
3's not going to do us a whole hell of a lot of good here.
Here's Purdy.
No PI?
Too much contact to hold on to that one.
It's amazing.
My first thought is surprise because that's
We are squandering this opportunity.
Like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
I'm going to take Debo on the inside if I can get him to wait on it. Oh, my God. Not good, but hey, at least we held him. Or at least we stopped him on the other side. Oh, my God. No. Oh, my God. What I tell you about launching a rookie kicker out there? What did I tell you? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to
What a pissed on opportunity that was. They'll be talking about all that. They'll be talking about that all week after the game. They'll be talking about the Niners' inability to cash in on the turnover.
Not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into
Son of a bitch.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production,
I hope we get a good game. I feel like we're going to, just because the Niners have done a great job this playoffs of coming back, and the Chiefs have done a really good job on defense of kind of holding opponents in check. So I just don't see the Chiefs defense allowing themselves to get blown out, and I don't see the Chiefs running away, because I feel like the Niners have shown that they can overcome that throughout the playoffs here. But there's no way, if they do go down early like they've done against the Packers and if they go down like they did against the Packers and the Lions, they're in trouble. They're not going to be able to overcome that like they did against those two teams.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. He caught by Rice. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now it's Mahomes again.
Dude.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Dude, make it a little easier. Make it a little easier next time. What a joke. God almighty.
And the Chiefs will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
God, I suck at this freaking game.
Taken at the goal.
Next time I do one of these, remind me to not put it on all Madden. Never again. Who the hell do I think I am?
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again?
Dude, Purdy, get your head out of your ass, pal.
Confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else
Debo has been a non-factor. Can we get him involved here? Nice toss, Brock. Holy shit. No, I haven't watched this particular guy play Madden, but I watched some guys on YouTube play Madden, Chris, and dude, I don't know how they do it. It's incredible. It's amazing. Some of those guys could be actual coordinators. Dude, Purdy. I mean, this is a joke. This is a joke.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
We're faking it.
Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in.
We're faking it. I don't give a shit.
They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but
here's an idea. How about throw it? How about throwing it when I hit the damn button? Does that not a good idea? Dude, I'll tell you what, Shanahan, not his brightest outing. I'll tell you what.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Pacheco.
All right, how about the D? D stood up here. Wow. And all right, so we could get bailed out here. Let's see what happens.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal.
I like this. Third Eye's coming in and saying big money on Kelsey winning Sunday MVP. 20% voting done by fans. 12-year-old girls vote like crazy. That's true. They do. Oh. That's not a bad. I wonder what you can get. We'll look at it later this week when I do the betting preview. But I would be interested to see what the value you can get right now would be on Kelsey with the betting odds. It's not a bad bet, but the problem is you got to think about it like this. If Kelsey is eligible for the MVP, that more than likely means Mahomes had a pretty good outing, and I just feel like there's no way they don't give it to Mahomes. You know what I mean? Cecil comes in and he says, so disappointed in the NFC Championship game. Wanted Detroit to win so bad. Dan Campbell blew it for his team. I agree with you. I know Dan Campbell, it was a very divisive conversation. People were kind of torn. They were on either side. You know what? I'm sick of this. We're redoing this game. I don't give a shit. I'm taking all Madden off. Not having fun. Not having fun at all. This is pissing me off. And we are doing we're doing it. We're redoing it. I'm sick of this. I'm not cut out for this. You know what? Yeah. And then what I'm going to do after this, we're going to redo this on normal Madden. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give America what we're going to give people what they actually wanted. Okay? This is where I'm at right now. We're putting the Bills in the Super Bowl. If I can't watch them on the Super Bowl on Sunday, nobody can. You know what? My house, my rules. I'm writing the script, and damn it all, the Bills are going to the Super Bowl. And you want to know who they're playing? They're playing Detroit. We're giving everybody America's Bowl. Okay. Sorry if that goes against what I thought I was going to do tonight. I'm done. I don't care. We're about to let it rip here. Okay. We're putting the Bills in the bowl. I don't give two shits. Okay. I'm writing the script. Bills are in. We're not playing all Madden. What did I select? Bills Lions, like God intended. All Madden my ass. Josh Allen's about to absolutely nuke this Super Bowl. Oh, God, guys, it's the off season. I hate it so much. I wish the Bills were playing so badly. Oh, my God. What are we supposed to do with ourselves? What the hell are we supposed to do? All right, this is the Super Bowl that not only America wanted, but it was what it was intended. This is what we deserved. Okay? And that's what I'm giving to the people tonight. Popeye, you know what? This is the best way to put it. This is the best way to put it. Bridesmaid Bowl. The Bridesmaids Bowl. No doubt about it. This is what this is. Third Eye saying Kelsey 14-1. Is that really what it is? All right, I'm gonna have to put a taste on that. We'll do that later on this week on the betting preview. Make sure to tune into that. We're gonna be going nuts on that one. But I like those odds. I like that a lot. Cecil saying unreal how fast the season went. I feel like we say that every year, but I gotta tell you, man, I agree. This felt like the fastest season of all time.
Few years now, but the Bills are finally over the hump and back in the Super Bowl.
Did you hear that?
And as everyone
Listen.
in the Bills Mafia would tell you in a heartbeat, looking to win it for the first time ever. Remember, they went to 4 straight in the 90s.
Oh, we remember, Charles. Thanks, buddy.
They've been on the climb the last few seasons, and here they are.
Oh, you got to be shitting me. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way.
I want you to put yourself in this position right now. Okay, what just happened? They're talking about the Bills, the first Super Bowl they've been to in forever. They've never won one. I want you to put yourself in this situation, okay? You're sitting down. You're shitting your pants. You've never been more nervous about anything in your life. The Bills Super Bowl is just about to kick off. It kicks off, and Deontay Hardy takes it 105 yards to the house. What are you doing in that moment?
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
What are you doing in the moment where the Bills are in the Super Bowl? Would be the first time in my life. You're sitting there, you're pacing, you don't know what the hell to do with yourself. And they take it to the rack on the opening kickoff.
So let's try this again after the kick return. TD. Here's
unbelievable. What would you do? I don't think I'd survive it.
Return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here's what we're gonna do. This makes this more fun. I do this all the time.
They're brought out by a former number 1 overall coming off one of his best seasons ever.
We're playing all offense. All right, here we go. So what I just did, we're simulating the defense because I suck on D, and we're gonna let it ride. Okay. All right, here we go. We got JA in the pistol.
Allen off the play fake on the move to his left.
It's not how I wanted to start, JA. That's not how we wanted to start. Dude, I'm just imagining, though, what the hell I would do in a situation where we're in this game. And then all of a sudden, Bills take it to the house on the opening kickoff. The rookie, Kincaid, off to a hot start.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one. And
Off to a hot start.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
Oh, Khalil Shakir with an absolute teardrop from Josh Allen. A teardrop from 17. Oh, Campbell, you want to bring the house? Is that what you want to do here, bud? I'm going to make you pay for it. Yeah. J.A. said, listen, I'm here. You ain't taking me off. We're here now. We ain't going anywhere. We're taking this thing back to Buffalo.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
Gabe Davis off the dime. Yeah. Oh. No? Oh, let's go to the instant replay on that. Are we kidding me? What happened? Did he drop it? Oh, he did. Gabe, come on, buddy. You got to have that.
Allen looks to throw on second down.
Diggs will make up for it. Diggs will make up for it. And now you know what we're drawing up. My favorite play when we get down to this area for the Bills, okay? And we're going to do a QB option to the right side. Usually works like a charm. I guess we'll go back to the well, but this time we're going to hand it off to Cook. Nope, never mind. That's not working well. You know for a fact there's no way in hell Josh Allen was getting stuffed twice there. No chance. No chance. And we'll do it like this instead. How about that? How about that? He cannot be denied. He will not be denied. What do the Lions got? Okay, they match with a field goal. Not the star Dan Campbell and the Lions were hoping for. So this week we're going to do the Super Bowl preview probably on Wednesday. And then I'll probably do the betting preview on Thursday or Friday. So just keep a lookout for that. We'll dive deep into the game. I'm looking forward to the betting one because that's where I'm going to place all my bets. I haven't placed any bets yet, except I have placed money on the Chiefs money line, but that's the only bet I'm on so far. But all the little things I haven't done yet. So like all the little props and whatnot. But you can bet on the coolest stuff with the Super Bowl, like the coin toss and the national anthem, the Gatorade colors, all the fun stuff, you know. Oh, Cook, you got blown up on that screen.
When you're setting up the screen, you don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
It's amazing how much different it is to play, though, in this game with, like, quarterbacks like Allen and Lamar and Mahomes. And then you play with, like, the Niners and stuff. Like, you can't – you're so limited. Like, when you run out of the pocket, you're going to get sacked like, every single time.
But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
They made a nice effort.
How about this instead of third eye? Instead of a kick return, we can rejoice after 13 seconds. What if we had the kick return with the 13 seconds left to win it? Diggs, deep. Not in the cards. You know, a game I'm really, really excited for this coming year is and the new NCAA football game. That is going to be incredible. They're bringing back college football video games. For the college football video game, they had them forever when I was growing up, and they were my favorite. And now they're bringing it back this year. But it's going to be completely revamped, unlike it ever was before. Oh, J.A. Can't be having it. Can't be having it. If you missed me last night, by the way, we did a smoke break last night. We were talking about the Stephon Diggs situation. Make sure to go check that out if you missed us last night. We had a nice talk about the whole interview that he did with the reporter from NFL Network, kind of talked through it bit by bit, went over each individual segment of the interview, kind of talked about the vibe we got from Diggs and kind of how that relates to everybody's reacting to it. So that was a good one. Thanks everybody who tuned in last night for that one. Go check it out if you haven't. But that's just a sample of what the offseason is going to be. I feel like it's going to be a whole lot of dealing with that. I feel like we're going to be having to talk about Stephon Diggs all offseason long, and it's not necessarily because of anything that he does, but what everybody else is going to be saying about him. Knox. It's just going to be a storyline all offseason. And it's going to be it's just going to feel like it's going to be a whole lot of grasping at straws. You know what I mean? And I wish he would just put it to bed like he had an opportunity to. But it is what it is at this point.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 30.
Also, the day of the Super Bowl, I don't know what the plan is yet. I'm waiting to hear, but we might do a live stream during the game. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is yet. Either a live stream during the game or a big pregame show beforehand. So I'll let you know on either Twitter or right here on YouTube. Just keep it locked. More than likely doing something that day, whether it's during the game or before the game, but I'll let you know. Dude, these screens are not getting set up at all on this. At all.
But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
Oof. Bad end to that drive. That was not good.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So a nice kick there as they are able to. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp.
I don't think I've ran the ball once.
Another first down there.
It's a good question. Third Eye saying, why do they allow the Gatorade color bet when insiders know? I never understood that either. Now, I don't know if they only allow a certain amount on it. Like, I don't think you're able to go into the sports book and bet like $5 million on the Gatorade color. I don't think they would allow you to do it. I feel like there's got to be a max bet you can make on that. Like, there's already been a couple of $1 million bettors already for the game itself on the line or the money line. I know for a fact someone already placed $1 million bet on the Niners at MGM. So I highly doubt you can go and place major money on. Oh, that's a dime. Oh, J.A. I've always felt the same way, though. I totally agree. I don't know how they allow that, but I think that you can only place a certain amount of money on it. That would be my guess. The other one too is the national anthem. Like you could easily, like say you like knew the singer of the national anthem, or someone you know knows her or knows him, and they know how long they're going to drag it out for. Like that one also has always felt like you could get a little crazy with it too if you wanted to. You know what I mean? I love betting on the national anthem though. That nothing brings a room together quite like betting on the national anthem. It's the funnest. Because you literally sit with a timer out and just sit and you're like, how long? Then you do like that screen hasn't worked once. You're like, how long are we going to be able to drag this out for? How long are we going to be able to drag this out for? Mattress Mac, dude, Mattress Mac's a legend. But it feels like, when's the last time Mattress Mac's won a bet? It's because every time he bets, he bets on either the underdog or the Astros. The hell's the flag? But Mattress Mac always makes it back in his promotions. That's why he does the bets that he does, I guess. Like Mattress Mac does this thing where he has the promotions for his mattresses. If he wins the bet, then he basically gives away free mattresses. And if he loses the bet, I forget exactly how it works. Oh, I forget exactly how it works, but he ends up coming out either even or a little behind or ahead either time. He just does it for marketing. But God, over the last handful of years, Mattress Mac, how many millions of dollars has he dropped? Tons. So Pacheco's 29-1 on MVP. So here's my problem with betting for any. If you're in the way I see it, if you're gonna bet on a non-quarterback to win the MVP, I feel like you gotta go with the Niners then. I just don't see how the Chiefs win and they don't give the MVP to Mahomes. You know what I mean? I don't see how they could possibly do that. But if the Niners win, couldn't you easily see them giving the MVP to like CMC, Debo? You could easily see that. You know what I mean? How about News Peak here? News Peak telling me I need a life as he sits here on YouTube and tells me that I need a life. I've always loved guys like that. You imagine being that guy? Imagine being News Peak. It's incredible. But that's how I see it. If you're gonna go and bet on a role player to win the MVP, in my mind, I feel like you gotta bet on a role player from the Niners. But that, of course, is assuming the Niners win the Super Bowl. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, I don't see how it's not. We are just running it up now. I don't see how it's not Mahomes, unless you get one of those games like we got. What was it, 7 or so years ago, where it was Rams and Patriots, and I'm pretty sure Julian Edelman won that one. So that's one of those scenarios where I don't see how it could be anybody but Brady. But Brady didn't have a particularly great game. Edelman was the majority of the offense. So I guess it could happen. But then in that case, like you said, Isaiah Pacheco would really have to have like 3 touchdowns or just be the primary source of the offense in order for him to have a prayer at winning that. But at 29-1 odds, I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it at 29-1 odds. But someone earlier said, maybe it was you, it was 14-1 odds on Kelsey. I don't hate that. It's worth taking a look at, but I just feel like if Kelsey's eligible to win the Super Bowl or to win the MVP, then that I just feel like that it's going to get hijacked by Mahomes. No question about it.
The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra
Oh, what a dime. At least that's accurate. At least that's NFL accurate right there.
Not going their way, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
Folks, we are 16 seconds from watching Allen hoist this trophy, baby. 16 seconds.
As this offense gets ready to take over. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of
Let's watch the trophy presentation.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Panthers is saying, hey, bye, if all teams were healthy, I bet you the Bills would have been in the Super Bowl right now. We had a spectacular defense this season. I would have been interested to see. I mean, I know a lot of teams are probably saying that. The Dolphins are probably saying that. And whoever else. But I do feel like if the Bills had a healthy defense this whole year, things would have been different. If Matt Milano and Tre'Davious White were able to make it through the season, things would have felt different. But that's just the nature of the beast. That's the NFL. I mean, we're lucky enough to have had our quarterback healthy. Oh, can you imagine this? Look at this. At least we can simulate it, Bills Mafia. At least we can simulate it. Look at that. Allen looks stoked, doesn't he? Doesn't he look so excited? Not a single person up there smiling. What's up with that? This is what I'm saying. The presentation of this game needs to get better. I mean, that's all you get for winning the Super Bowl right there. You get that. You get that mixed in with some highlights and then like nothing else. It's crazy. Isn't that nuts? That's all you get. It's like all you get. I never understood that. It's like, how can you not hype up? How can you not hype that up a little bit more? You just won the damn Super Bowl. I don't know. Take a look at some more comments. So like I said, just having some fun tonight. I was going to do the Super Bowl preview tonight, but then I figured it's a little early in the week to dive all the way into a preview. So I was like, let's fill the time with doing we'll play a little Madden chat here, have some fun. But later on in the week, that's when we'll really dive into it. We're going to do a Super Bowl preview, go through all the ins and outs of it, take a look at what to watch for in this game, what could be the deciding factor on either side. And the one I'm looking forward to the most is definitely going to be the betting preview, because that's what makes the bowl that much more fun if you really don't have any rooting interest. You know what I mean? That's what makes it that much more fun. Panthers is saying we had the potential this season to go all the way. I think two things messed it up: Dorsey and the London game. Well, the London game is where everything really started to feel like it fell apart, didn't it? That's when we lost Milano, and that's when this team really felt like it lost its mojo. It comes out of the gate not looking good at all. So, like, you go into the season looking like crap against the Jets. Then you go in and play 3 incredible games, and you come off that win where you destroy the Dolphins after they had just come off of beating Denver by 70. And you're thinking to yourself, man, this team, it was an anomaly week 1. They're back. But then all of a sudden, things just kind of went south. The second that London game started, they couldn't do anything in that game. Then you lose Milano, and things never really got back to what you would have hoped that they would. And then they fired Dorsey, and that's really the first time that this team got back to clicking a little bit. That's really when this team got back into gear. So, yeah, that's probably the point It felt like last year the game where things kind of fell apart was the Packers game. Even though they won that game, it just felt like they never came back from it. But I don't know. After that London game, you're right. It never felt the same, and it didn't feel the same during that London game, and that's especially because you lose Matt Milano, and I don't know, the team just felt like they were defeated there. They felt like they were defeated, but that just goes to show you how good Matt Milano was. I think that one singular player, he would have made all the difference. But man, that's probably, the excuse half these fan bases have. And I know for a fact the one that would say it more than anything would be the Miami Dolphins fans. I mean, look what they had going into the playoffs. They were completely banged up. That defense was a shell of itself. It had nothing. So hindsight, man. It's totally a bummer to think about. But like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, after the Chiefs had moved on, it felt like the Bills had given them the best crack anybody could have possibly given to them. I mean, the Chiefs haven't allowed more than 21 points. We'll talk about this in the Super Bowl preview later in the week. We'll get into all this. But one thing of note, the Chiefs haven't allowed an opponent to score more than 21 points in like 7 of their last 8 or 9 games. And one of those games where a team did score more than 21 was the Bills, and it didn't matter. So no matter how you were playing these guys, no matter what you were coming out with, no matter what you were throwing at them, it didn't end up making a difference. So they're just a team of destiny. I've never seen anything like it. It doesn't matter what's going on with these guys. They just somehow find a way. We'll see if that comes to an end Sunday, but I, for one, don't necessarily think that it will. I don't know how you can think it will. The Chiefs have looked like the better team. I can't believe the Niners are even going to be in this game this coming weekend. They should have lost both of those games. To their credit, they found a way, but can they really do that again against these Chiefs who just seem to be able to find a way to overcome the odds of almost any situation put in front of them? We'll see. Chris was asking, are you on PS5 or Xbox? PS5, but I don't play that much, as you can see. I only queued it up tonight just to dig around for a little while. I don't play a whole ton of video games. I play them right when Madden comes out. I play it a lot during the season, just because I like playing. Like, I always get into it. I play the weekly matchup for the Bills or whatever. I played Spider-Man when it came out. I played the hell out of that game. I loved it for PlayStation. And then, like, when GTA comes out, I'll play that. But I've never been like a huge gamer. But PS5, to answer your question. Mass Maniac saying CMC's got to eat. Yeah. Another stat we'll talk about later this week on the preview. When CMC has 75 or more rush yards for the 49ers, they're 12-1. And we know the biggest weakness for the Chiefs defense is their running defense. And that's why it made no sense to me why the Ravens did not make that a priority. I mean, they started that game out, and Gus Johnson had like a 15-yard, or not Gus Johnson, Gus Edwards. Gus Johnson. He had a 15-yard run, like right in the beginning of the game, and they just never ran the ball again. They never really tried to get Lamar involved in the run game. It was very odd. Shanahan's not going to make that mistake. So you can definitely expect to see CMC get a ton of run action in this game, and you could probably expect to see Deebo Samuel to get a ton of action coming his way as well. Cecil saying, win or lose, Chiefs aren't going anywhere for quite a while. And that's what's the most miraculous thing about what they're doing, is that they've done this with Tyreek Hill. They've done this without Tyreek Hill. They've done this in Mahomes' best season. They've done this in Mahomes' worst season. They're certainly not going anywhere at all. And that's what the scary part is because the Bills with Josh Allen shouldn't be going anywhere either, but they haven't been able to get past Allen or Mahomes. So it makes you wonder, like, what do they have to do to be able to get that to the next step? You know? Third Eye saying you were great therapy this year after some of the losses. Straight up, those pods are not easy to do. Hey, pleasure's all mine. Trust me, the pleasure's all mine. It helps me as much as it might help some of you guys coming on and talking about those, especially the big ones, like the playoff losses. It helps to come on and chat about them, you know? It always has, it always will. And it's funny, as we sit here right now, where I'm sitting here on a Monday playing Madden with you guys so we can get together, it's like, I'd rather be talking about a loss right now than I would be playing Madden, you know what I mean? It's just that you want football. You want Bills football. That's the crappy thing. So you'd rather be having a loss to talk about than nothing to talk about at all. That's what sucks about this time of the year. So, but we got a lot more coming your way this week. Don't worry, we got a ton coming your way. At least I do. We're going to preview the Super Bowl. That's going to be the next episode, either Wednesday or Thursday. And we're going to do that betting preview as well, which I'm looking forward to. But before we close up shop tonight, there's a lot more content you can dive into as well through my partners, the Bet US, where you can receive 125% sign-up bonus in the link in the description below, not only on your first deposit, but you can receive a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits of $100 or more, which is killer. You also get that 10% insurance on your net losses if you are an active member on the site for 6 months or more. But beyond that, leading into the Super Bowl, BetUS has a ton of inside info and picks advice from award-winning sports bettors before the big game. If you go over to BetUS Picks and Predictions YouTube channel, which is linked in the description below, you can click that and they'll have you covered. They got a ton of great content over there that you can go and watch before the big game and get ready to get your bets placed over on BetUS with the advice of all of those great minds over on that channel. So go make sure to check that out. But like I said, just a quick fun one tonight to get together for our usual smoke break time. But I wanted to push the Super Bowl preview later into the week so that we were closer to the game and that it felt like it was right more around the corner. It still feels like we got a bit to go here. It's Monday. It's going to be a long week to get there. But we're going to do that later in the week. So either Wednesday or Thursday, look out for your notifications on either my Twitter or right here on YouTube for the notification for the preview episode. And then we're going to be doing a gambling preview episode as well the next day. So whenever that is. So make sure to hit the like button and then the subscribe button and the bell icon. You will get notified for all that. So we will be meeting a couple more times this week. And then, like I said, as well on Super Bowl Sunday, more than likely going to be doing either a pregame show or a live stream. Haven't heard back from what the plan is going to be from the powers that be yet. But once I do, I will let you know. But what I do know is later in the week, we'll have the preview show. We'll have the betting preview show. And I'm looking forward to having you join me. But thank you for joining me tonight for a quick hour or so. Play a couple of games of Madden and look forward to the Super Bowl. So thanks for tonight. Another quick topic. Last night we did a whole segment on the Stephon Diggs situation as it stands right now. Make sure to go check that out. It was a nice conversation about the Stephon Diggs interview he had over Pro Bowl weekend with that NFL Network reporter. It's right here on the channel. It was last night. If you missed it, go watch that. It's a good watch because we dive deep into the interview, kind of take away what we can interpret from it and see what that might mean for Stephon Diggs and the Buffalo Bills and their relationship moving forward. So you got that to go check out. We got 2 more episodes of the Smoke Break at least coming your way this week. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning in tonight. We will see you later on in the week. Enjoy the rest of the week until I see you next. Enjoy the rest of your night. And as always, folks, much love and go Bills.